ABC Manufacturing Limited produces a single product and operates a standard costing system. The standard cost of producing one unit is as follows: direct material 5 kg at a standard price of 6 kwacha per kg, direct labor 3 hours at a standard wage rate of 10 kwacha per hour, variable production overhead absorbed at 10 kwacha per labor hour, fixed production overhead budgeted at 40,000 per month based on a normal capacity of 10,000 labor hours. Our standard selling price 150 kwacha per unit. So here we're just focusing on creating the standard cost card. All right, this is the benchmark that we're going to be using for our variance analysis to see if we did better or worse in terms of efficiency, or did we spend more or less in terms of cost, and or did we make more money or less money in terms of sales. Okay, so using this information, this is how our standard cost card will be. Okay, let me just bring the information here so that it's nearby. So direct material standard quantity for each unit, we use 5 kg for each unit. The standard rate is 6 kwacha per kg. So the direct material cost we incur for one unit is 5 times 6, 30 kwacha. Okay, we have direct labor, 3 hours. Standard quantity is 3 hours per unit. Okay, wait. So we take 3 hours to produce one unit. The wage rate is 10 kwacha per hour. So the labor cost for one unit, 3 times 10 kwacha, that is 30 kwacha. Okay. Variable production overhead is absorbed at 10 kwacha per labor hour. So the standard quantity, since we've absorbed these overheads with labor hours, so the standard quantity would be 3 hours here. Okay, so it's 3 hours. Right, then it's 10 kwacha per labor hour. That's the variable overhead cost per unit. So the variable overhead cost for each unit, 3 times 10, 30 kwacha. Okay. The fixed production overheads, we have our budgeted overheads at 400,000 per month based on a normal capacity of 10,000 labor hours. So we'll find our fixed overhead cost per unit. So we find first our overhead absorption rate. Remember, budgeted overheads over budgeted level of activity. Our budgeted overhead is 40,000. The budgeted level of activity 10,000 labor hours. Have you seen? Based on a normal capacity of 10,000 labor hours. Okay. So our overhead absorption rate is 4 kwacha per hour. So the standard quantities, since we absorbed the overheads, the fixed overheads with labor hours, so standard quantity will be 3 hours. Standard rate 4 kwacha per hour. Standard cost 3 times 4 kwacha, you get 12 kwacha. So standard cost 30 plus 30 plus 30, that is 90, plus 12, that is 102 kwacha. Okay. So basically, to produce each unit, it costs us 102 kwacha. Okay. We can also find our standard profit per unit. It's our budgeted selling price minus the budgeted cost. Budgeted selling price minus budgeted cost. This is per unit. Okay. Our budgeted selling price, as we can see in the information, it's 150 kwacha per unit. Our budgeted standard cost is 102. So we're going to say 150 kwacha minus 102. We're going to get 150 minus 102. 48 kwacha per unit. That is our standard profit per unit. 48 kwacha per unit.